Hello, guys. Romelu Lukaku. Physically, I'm fine, but I'm not happy with the situation at Chelsea. Tuchel has chosen to play with another system. I won't give up. I will be a professional. I'm not happy with the situation, but I am a professional and I can't give up now. Source Sky Sports. Lukaku again. I think everything that happened last summer was not supposed to happen like this. How I left Inter the way I left the club, how I communicated with the Inter fans. This bothers me because it was not the right time. He is speaking about Inter. That is just an interesting comment from a player who's not happy about the current squad that or team that is in. And he continues to say, now is the right time to share my feelings. I've always said that I have Inter in my heart. I know I will return to Inter. I really hope so. I'm in love with Italy. It is the right moment to talk and let people know what really happened. Sky Sports report. Let me repeat that to those people who didn't hear it properly. Now is the right time to share my feelings. I've always said that I have Inter in my heart. I know I will return to Inter. I really hope so. I'm in love with Italy. This is the right moment to talk and let people know what really happened. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connector. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one. Just reading a few comments that has been raised by Lukaku over the past hours, talking to Sky Sports and giving his thoughts about him leaving to coming to Chelsea and stuff like that. Okay, to be clear, it's not like how everyone are trying to make it sound. He didn't talk about him leaving Chelsea and going back to Inter. He's talking about how he is not happy with Thomas Tuchel changing the system that maybe they agreed upon before coming there, or yeah, something like that. And also he's talking about how much he misses and he always feels like he will return to Inter Milan because somehow we love the place he's living. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to do a little bit of transfer news before we get to the story we are actually here for. So do me a favor, click the like button and subscribe to the Connect. So we have countless things that we need to look at, and so I'm going to try by all means to move as fast as I can from the one story that we stopped from the last time we were here, which is this one. So the first one, we are being told that Juventus are ready to sell Matisse de Ligt and are hoping to receive an offer between 60 to 85 million. That's from Repubblica. Done deal. Paulo Saucello has been appointed as the new manager of Flamengo after leaving his role as Poland head coach. Anthony Martial's loan move to Sevilla is on the verge of being agreed. So it looks like he's putting the pressure he has to put so that he can move to a club which is going to give him more game time, which is important. Breaking news, Ousmane Dembele will not renew his contract at Barcelona. That's according to Gerard Moreno. What? Wow, interesting. Rafinha could sign what? A new contract with Leeds. Deco, his agent, has been talking to the club for weeks now. Interesting Atlantic report. It looks like is everyone are thinking that he's going to be moving to these big teams. The guy is actually thinking of actually perfecting his stay at Leeds. Oh, by the way, Grealish did the same thing, signing a contract this year, and then next season he was gone. This could be the same thing with Rafinha. Let me know in the comment section. Osman Dembele demanding a gross annual salary of 40 million to extend a Barcelona and signing bonus of 20 million euro. Barca was shocked by these demands. I myself am shocked. The guy doesn't play, he's always injured and is always out. So what the hell, or who gives him the demands to be calling such crazy numbers? He's I think he's smoking. Oh, he's on dog food. I think he's on dog food. Yeah, let's make it clear like that. Haaland wants to join Real Madrid this summer, according to Real Madrista Maqueño and the DM Matezio. I think something like that. What does that even mean? Anyway, these are just Spanish medias who are trying to push by all means Haaland to Madrid, but it has not been confirmed by any valuable sources that we can go with. Akanya's milk has been offered to Juve and could leave Marseille this winter. Wow, interesting. PSG have entered into negotiation with the agent of Ousmane Dembele. The French club wants to sign the player, given his talent, his youth, the fact that he is French and that he can fit perfectly into their project. Okay. Please do get him. The numbers is calling for Barcelona and for us. Alvaro Morata is Xavi's priority signing for Barca as number 9. The player doesn't want to continue at Juve, and Xavi has already spoken with him and his agent. That is according to AS Sports. That is going to be an interesting one. I'm telling you, Morata to Barcelona. Barcelona are going after everybody these days. I'm wondering where they're getting the money. Especially that we have to remember that they lost Lionel Messi because of some money issue. So I'm just wondering. Let me know. Anyone maybe can explain to me. Ousmane Dembele has an agreement in principle to join Juve, but PSG have asked him to wait for the club to prepare a multi-million euro proposal. Okay. Xherdan Shaqiri could leave Lyon after just 6 months with the club, not happy with his performance. Liverpool lost Shaqiri and Gini Ronaldo at the same time, and they haven't replaced either of them. And it looks like the player is losing favor from his new club. He's no longer performing at the level we are used to seeing him perform. So, of course, things like this. If I say deemed to happen, it won't be a fair assessment. But somehow you can understand where Lyon are coming from in this stage, where they're coming from. Okay, Juve wants to get rid of 6 players this winter. Rabiot, Atham, McKean, Benucci, Ramsey, and Kuluzvik. Wow, interesting. A lot of players are getting sacked or they're getting the kick. Mikel Kande has left Bayern Munich to join Venezia on a permanent transfer. He undergoes his medical now. That's according to Fabrizio Ramon. Felipe Coutinho is ready to leave Barcelona this winter to get more playing time. His goal is to make it to the Brazil squad for 2022 World Cup, and a move to England or Brazil league is expected. He's actually thinking about going back to Brasilia. How things have fallen for Phil. Now, wait a minute. Are we really talking about Felipe Coutinho going back to Brazil? Wow. You know that this was the state US situations were now with him. So it's really bad, man. It's really bad. Wow. Anyway, let's move. Discussions have continued between PSG and AC Milan over the transfer of Abdoulaye Diallo. The French club want a permanent deal, but Milan would prefer initial loan first, then maybe. Of course, you understand what I mean. One thing that we have to understand, the wage bill of PSG is this big, and they are trying by all means to reduce it as much as they can. But you see, things like this will always happen. But anyway, we'll keep you updated with whatever that happens in the story. But at the moment, this is what we're being told is happening. Juventus have put Alex Sensero on sale for around 15 million euro. The Brazilian's contract ends in 2023, so Juve wants to sell him either this winter or next summer at the latest. Wow. I wish I knew what it does. So yeah, I'm gonna be quiet over that. Niko Nukovic has been sacked from his position as coach of AC Monaco. Interesting. People are getting sacked already. People are getting sacked. Ousmane Dembele has demanded an annual salary of around 43 million euro at Barcelona, a bonus of about 5 million euro if they won the Champions League, and 2 million bonus for a La Liga win. That's why Barcelona wants to sell him in January. They want to sell him because they were shocked. They were shocked by these demands. They were really shocked. I am shocked myself as well. An agreement has been reached between Juventus and Barcelona for Alvaro Morata. Barcelona must now pursue Atletico Madrid to sell, who are asking for at least 35 million. Wow, interesting. We'll keep you updated over this one, but maybe Morata could be playing for Barcelona next year as we continue. So I thought yesterday this was a hoax, and it keeps coming back again. Cristiano Ronaldo has offered himself to Barcelona. The Portuguese is not happy with Manchester United, and this contract is in contact with Xavi through Piqué, while John Mendes is already negotiating with Laporte. That's according to Mundo Deportivo. This is for the second time I'm reading the same story. Nothing has changed. I hope it's true anyway. Andrea Christensen has no plan to extend his contract at Chelsea following the Barcelona interest. His current deal runs out this summer, so that is interesting. According to Sport, Chelsea are about to lose another defender after Rudiger says he's walking away. They're about to lose another one, so it means they need 2 defenders to replace those that they've lost. Football is interesting, I'm telling you. David Beckham is in line for knighthood after having his finances cleared by the taxi man. Okay. Or he's about to be knighted, or it'll be called Sir David Beckham. I think that's what it means. Tottenham manager Antonio Conte is keen on launching a move for out of favor Manchester United goalkeeper Dean Henderson. I was always wondering who's going to step it up and go after this player, because I believe he is a talent, is a superstar waiting to happen. And I was just wondering who would actually take the risk and take the first step. So I'm impressed. I am definitely impressed. There's some new news that I have to read as well. Manchester United, they have the contingency plan in place in case Edison Cavani leaves next month, with the club reportedly lining up a scoop for Mario Icardi. That's according to Daily Mail. Arsenal are the preferred destination for out of favor Barcelona midfielder Felipe Coutinho in January transfer. Daily Star reports. Jose Menden, Cristiano Ronaldo is very happy at Manchester United. He is gonna continue with his solid, great performances as always in his career. It's gonna be a great season for him, I'm sure. Source Fabrizio Ramon. So all the news that we've just been hearing, unfortunately, a lie, because the transfer guru Fabrizio Ramon has just released the news. So you ought to believe this, people. You ought to believe this. This is the latest news that I just got, and I'm gonna be retweeting it on the Football Connect. Anyway, people, I think these were the transfers that we had for you today, and we'll be preparing to get ourselves ready for the game. Yes, we prepare to go into the show, talk about what happened and what was in our minds over the games that we saw. Do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the connect. Let's get this show officially started. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one, people. And after 15 minutes of talking about transfers, we are officially into the show. So we are excited to give you the news and everything that has been happening all over the world in terms of football. So as we are just left with less than 24 hours before we go to the new year of 2022, it has been exciting and exciting to the supporters of Manchester United as their club has left 2021 to 20. They've left 2021 with a great performance against the Burnley, moving on to 2022. And it looks like there are some talking points we need to cover for this year. So I'm going to make sure that I cover everything that happened in this year before we do our shows preparing for next year's games and everything that is going to be happening. Remember, the first show I think that we the Football Connect is going to do in 2022 has to be the weekend warm-up. Interesting. I love that. It'll be the weekend warm-up, but on top of that, I'm just excited. So do me a favor, click the like button and subscribe to the Connect. We can't wait to get this show right down on the road. So, first thing we need to talk about is Manchester United's performance. We need to talk. So, if we are looking at the game, you already know that Manchester United won against Burnley by 3 goals to 1, which was a good performance, I have to say, especially for Scott McTominay, man. Because out of all the people who played, I think he impressed me the most. One thing I have to say about him, he was really active. He was covering all the roles he could. He was putting pressure. He was taking chances in the midfield. He was taking all the mistakes that the Burnley were producing and making them count for himself. So, stats. Percentage, Manchester United had around 57% to Burnley's 43. Then goal off target 12 for United and 7. Oh, of course, the team that we're talking about, Burnley 6 on target to 3, 7 corners to 5, 5 fouls to 10. So this is how, in a way, it tells us how much the game was all about. So this is what we had said about the post-game thoughts. Scott McTominay's post-match thoughts. The first half performance was good, but we were still a bit flat in the second half for whatever reasons. The game at Newcastle was difficult, so we had to come to bounce back. The manager said that we set a record for the most amount of turnovers in the league for a long time. So the message was clear: keep the ball better, more forward press passing, and everything else that the manager wants. Okay, we had more energy, but the goal helped with that. If we had banged in 2 or 3 against Newcastle in the first half, the whole team would have had more energy. We haven't been good enough all the season, and it's about time we start stepping up. The managers so demanding his coaching staff as well. They have to step up. They have no choice. They have no other choices. The player play for United. You play for United. It's the only way. Okay. I was struggling to play today. I had a problem with my right foot. after Newcastle, but it turned out all right. On the criticism of the team's body language at St James Park, I wouldn't say it was fair. I felt that off the ball against Newcastle, we went as bad as everyone has been saying. Negative body language is one of the things, and the manager has completely cut that out. He said he wants more, he wants no more, and that was final. Oh, interesting. So it looks like, according to the reports, there was more attack in terms of their body language against Newcastle. We have to face it. They were tired in a way, United, especially that how much they were putting into the game, how much they were working so hard to try to get something. They got tired as time kept moving, and of course it would be like that. It could be like that, and a lot of people can give their criticism. I was literally talking about this when I was talking about Klopp. Yes, I was talking about Klopp, and I said that Klopp was asked what happened in the Liverpool game, and he said he had no idea. But guess what? The whole public had an idea what happened to him. So things like this do happen in football many, many, many times. But we are not going to dwell on those. We always try to move. And guess what? I always say we move. But one thing that I have to say, there were some mistakes I saw from this game. I don't want to lie to you. There were some moments when I felt like United were going to be punished. Because one thing that I have to say, they still allow the teams that they're playing against to take chances against them, to attack them. If Burnley had good kickers, they should have scored at least 2 or 3 goals of those chances that they created. So, but they were just not really at their best. So, yeah, it kind of like costed them. But one thing that you have to understand that I am trying to make clear here to the world is this: when United are gonna be doing this, they need to learn by all means ways to cover their defense. Remember, they're playing this new formation, the 4-6, the 4-4-2-2-2 formation, which of course is still new to me, which I need to get used to. But it looks like it has been Ralph Ragnick's type of formation, which allows the other ones to press and come back as well in defense. But they're failing at that in terms of when they attack, they are being beat on the counter by any team that the team that they were playing with. Burnley did that. If they had taken their dinner or if they had finished their dinner, they would have produced something, if you understand what I mean. But this is what is happening. They need to learn to transact into maybe another formation that can work for them in the pitch. I know whatever that is written on the page, it's not exactly what goes on in the desk. And that's one thing I think that Ralph is trying to work on, that they have to find a way to defend and the way to attack. That would really help so much United. But also on top of that, we need to talk about Scott McTominay's performance. It will be so rude if I go out of this whole thing that I'm doing and not mention how much of a active player he was today. He scored the first goal assisted by Cristiano Ronaldo, and he assisted also Cristiano Ronaldo. It was an interesting game, if I have to say. Jordan Sancho with that solo goal. I don't know who's it gonna be given, because I had some people talking about it that it might not be given to Jordan Sancho because there was a tap in and stuff like that. I wasn't really paying attention to that. I was just busy watching the game, which for me it was exciting to watch, and I was really impressed with the way United came to this, especially what happened against Newcastle. Scott McTominay did step it up, and also I have this question to the world, you Manchester United fans mostly. Is it that the fact that the manager dropped Fred, which gave you or which gave your team, at least should I say, an upper hand over the club that they were playing with? Is it that the fact that he dropped Fred was what helped you to get the performance you got or to get the results you did get? Because that I can make it sound so weird, but I don't want to do that. I want this to be clear. I want to hear this from you guys. You are the ones who are watching the game. You are the ones who understand your team better. Is it that today? How was it set up? I need to revisit your team. How was the United game set up? Yes, not this one. Sorry. Oh, you cannot see it yet. Okay, let me put that in the screen. So as you can see, what's that? Where did it go? It's evening now, and I'm seeing a lot of things here. So as you can see, the lineup this way. This is how it was set up like. So it was Scott McTominay and of course it was Scott McTominay and who and Matic. In other words, they were playing as the defensive midfielders. We had Greenwood and Sancho, which of course we understand that they became the wingers who were going from this wing side. Then we had Cavani and Cristiano Ronaldo, who were the ones who were coming in the middle. Interesting. I don't have any problem with the formation, however they use it. That we have those ones who comes out and becomes the wingers, and we have those ones in Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka becomes the backup to try to help them move forward at the same time. I think that's how the formation kind of like work. I think. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. You might understand it better. I was really impressed because, of course, we needed Greenwood. Uh, we needed who? They needed Jordan Sancho to become the creative midfielder he could be, or we needed him to be the guy who creates the chances, and which I think he did. Unless if I didn't say properly, I think he did. Oh, so the goal again, the one that Sancho just scored, it was given as an own goal. So that clears things. So it means Scott McTominay had a goal, which was he was assisted by Cristiano Ronaldo, and of course Cristiano Ronaldo had a goal, which was assisted by Scott McTominay. Yes, yeah. Even though they didn't select it here. But it was a good game, guys. It was really a good game. It's gonna take some time for the whole Premier League to get used to this formation. This is what I'm talking about. Let me make this clear. We have Greenwood and Sancho becoming the wingers in an attack. Cristiano Ronaldo and Cavani are already up top. Scott McTominay, they're coming to sit up maybe nearby the 18 area so that they keep putting pressure. When a team hits a counter attack, up top, a guy gets it. Let's say, for example, Salah, for instance. It means that these two guys, remember Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, they are coming as well to become the support very close so that they try to get something, which means that the opening part ended up to be the problem of, for example, in this game, Bailey and Maguire. So I feel like United, they have to find a way of transition into a formation when they attack so that they don't get exposed in the middle because the game can be lost in the middle and they don't want to keep getting exposed. This is one thing I do see, but it's a 4-2 in terms of attacking so well. 4-2-2-2 is actually one of the interesting ones because there's always a pair for every attacker out there. There always is a pair to help out. What I'm just saying about Greenwood as Sancho, so Sancho can shift it to his side. Cavani and Ronaldo, they're together. There is an idea of whatever they're trying to do here, but it's gonna take some time for these guys to work, especially if there are gonna be criticism about their body language. Because in a formation like this, the midfield have to work. They have to become the workaholics of the team. They have to become the way the Liverpool midfielders work. They do all the dirty work because they are the ones. That's where the game is really played for. And most of the times they have to keep it there because they are literally full there. So I don't know. It's gonna take some time for people to get used to it, and I understand that everything does take time to for people to actually get an idea of whatever that happens. But yeah, that was it for United, which was impressive. We hope to see what they have to offer next. So yesterday, I could not come in to do the Man City and Chelsea review. So I've decided to do it now. Manchester City played against Brentford, won by 1-0, Phil Foden goal. Chelsea played against Brighton, drew 1-1, and Welbeck being the first Brighton player to score at Chelsea or at Stamford Bridge. I don't want to lie to you. These were healthy games. They were so good games. I'm going to explain what I mean, how they were good games. Firstly, I'm going to start with the Chelsea versus Brighton game because I feel like I have to go more in depth with it and explain a lot. Okay, so this is how it was. The stats, the way it looked like. If you did not see, Brighton had more of the game. That's why they had 52% over the 477 for Chelsea, for 47 something like that. And there were 6 shots on target for Brighton, which compared to 5, 18 shots compared to 11, 708 touches compared to 640, 473 compared to this 430 passes, 23 tackles, chances clearance 26 to 19, corners 10 to 8, offsides none, yellow cards 1, and fouled by this. This for me, I feel like it does explain the game in a nutshell that overall the team that were dominant was Brighton, Harvage, and this is how. Especially remember they were almost playing a similar type of formation. In fact, they were playing the similar type of formation. It was 3-4-2-1 for both the clubs. So yeah, there was that an idea of understanding. So this is how I saw the game. I don't know how you saw it. This is how I saw the game. One thing we have to understand, we need to look at before we even go far. Chelsea, even though some of the stars are coming back, injuries are still there. Injuries are still a factor playing into this team. But we don't take them as a bigger factor, especially in the football terrace. The Chelsea fans made it so clear that Liverpool were never allowed to use any injuries as an excuse. So that throws away that that card, goes away, it disappears. But anyway, coveted Jorginho and Christian Pulisic were the ones who were playing in the midfield. Christian Pulisic as one of the guys who was going forward. As you can see, this is how it was. Mount and the number 20, which was so it means this guy and this guy, Jorginho, was here gonna remain, but this guy was using the side to go up top with both of the Reece James. Reece James, why he was put on the left side compared to usual his normal side, which is the right side. Why was he put on the left side? Because of this kid here. We had Eric Lamptey here, and I don't want to lie to you. This kid is a problem for anybody who has to deal with him. He is a problem. So they needed to use at least the speed that Reece James does have to try and stop, at least not stop, but limit the way Lamptey takes advantage of the spaces and the runs that he was doing. He tried to keep up with him, but it was too much because the kid seems like he's on steroids. He never gets tired. I have no idea how. So that was the idea, which means Christian Pulisic, his mission, even though he's a forward, he had to become Reece James on the right side, which means his mission was to at least try to reduce Mark Calero, which didn't really look like it was working, you know. It didn't really look like it was working, you know, because there was a lot of things. Oh, I mean, I think it was Solematch. I think I should say Solematch. I don't know. No. Anyway, so that was the idea. Oh, you know, that was the idea of what Chelsea were gonna do to try to stop this team from doing any havoc onto them. How did the game go? I come back here to you guys. Oh, the midfield of Chelsea were non-existent. We did not see them the whole entire game. Literally the whole entire game. I watched this game, people. I did not see Chelsea the whole entire game. Why I did not see the Chelsea game, the whole entire game? It was because of two people, like I've already mentioned, Eric Lamptey and Yeri Bosman. These guys were all over. It seems like every time when they held the ball, it was trouble. Every time when they held the ball, it was trouble. The release that they were doing to the likes of Neil Mampay and the other ones that he was playing with, it was just amazing. The 18 shots were not a joke. They were not, some were not really on target, but I felt like they were really putting so much work into this game and into this team, which was amazing to watch. One thing that I have to say, I felt like if they had, there was a kid who was missing here. The guy who scored against, who scored the first goal again in the last game that they played. If he was there, I'm telling you, Brighton would have won this game. They were missing some important players. Please let me know in the comment section who they. I forgot the name of the player, but you all guys know him. And I think that's how they've suffered. This is how I think they've suffered. Lukaku was the only star creating his space in that goal and they get the goal. But at the rest of the game, nothing. Men like Rudiger was trying to run and try to create chances, but it did not last because, man, this team was just too goddamn good. It could not last because they kept on putting so much pressure onto this team, which was, I have to say, amazing, which was really amazing. I really took my time in this game, watch, analyze it, look at how what makes Brighton a dangerous opponent to play against. And I think I saw it. These teams are just unplayable. This team is just unplayable. Imagine, let me just give you an example of why am I saying that. Imagine in this point where maybe Solimatch was, they'd put Mwepo. Mwepo, what is the most important of the importance of Mwepo? Creating chances. Creating chances and also causing problems. Eric Lamptey is already in there. Yeah, Bosman is already in the game. So imagine Bosman dealing with the threat in the middle, setting up to Lallana and Mwepo. Lallana, of course, we might not know him for the long balls, but we know him of the good, smooth passes that he does underneath, like on the ground. But when he gets it to Mwepo, he hits them up top to those guys who are up forward because Chelsea were being dragged on the, like I'm saying, the midfield was non-existent. I did not see these guys at all the whole entire game until they took out Kovacic for Golo Kante, if I remember. Was it Kovacic or it was Rhys James? I'm not really sure, one of those, because Rhys James did get injured earlier in the game and Christensen did get injured as well. So there is an injury problems at Chelsea. I hope that it gets better, but yeah, that is what is happening here. So this guy came out for Rhys James. Chobela came in for Christensen. Then Golo Kante came in for of course, and who was that? Golo Kante for who? I'm wondering who came in for N'Golo Kante, who got out when N'Golo Kante was getting. Oh, it was Kalamasina Doi. Oh, it was Odoi. Oh, okay, interesting. Got confused. That's when I at least started seeing this. So it was maybe the last 15 minutes, but the whole entirety of the game, it was Brighton. And one thing that I have to say about the team, the energy wise in the team, they kept running, they kept causing problems, they kept bullying Chelsea. The only guy who was causing them trouble was Lukaku, but they dealt with him. They just made sure that the other guys who were waiting to receive the balls from Lukaku after winning them from the midfield positions were non-existent. And I think it worked so well for them because that's what helped them to create the last minute chance. Of course, they were hunted with the idea that they never scored the Stamford Bridge, but Welbeck came into the game and they broke that seal. So it means I can't wait to see the next game that Brighton plays against Chelsea. They might be beaten. You never know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, people. If I let anything out of this game, please let me know. Man City played against Brentford. I didn't really take much time of that, but Phil Foden scored, assisted by Kevin De Bruyne, which was an offside, but it was not an offside. It's really crazy that it got all the Tottenham fans going crazy over this because they felt like Kane was robbed and they felt like it was almost the same thing. So, yeah, whatever you say, yada, 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 I'm not going to listen to that. This is always good. Football becomes amazing when situations like this are happening, when people are pushing themselves to the limit and doing things like this. It just becomes amazing. Football just becomes so amazing. So that's how the City game goes. They won by 1-0. The other ones was an offside, the other goal that was scored. But one thing that I have to tell you about this game, City had to struggle because it feels like in terms of their tactics and how they played, Brentford they did match them and they were really out of ideas, which forced them to at least see whatever that happens at the end of the day. But it was so much good game. It was really good game. You need to go check it out. Go watch it. You actually have some tips of how you beat City. Because even though they didn't win, they did give an amazing performance that the world can look at and have an idea how to literally stop Manchester City. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But the question that I'm talking about, the City game, Brentford, what does this mean in the title race? They got the 3 points, they're 9 points on top of Liverpool. They are 8 points on top of Chelsea, who are now number 2, by the way. City are running away with this title again, and it looks like there's nothing that these two teams can do to stop it. So, what are your thoughts? What do you think that City needs, and what does this mean for the title race? Is it a done deal? Is it over? The title race is over. Chelsea and Liverpool, unfortunately, just given up on chasing these two teams. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments again. Do you think the title race is over, or maybe just the beginning? And things can also turn a crazy turnaround, because I would love for that to happen. City running away with the league does not help anybody out. It literally does not help anybody out. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about this. Is the title race over, or there's still chance for these two teams, or for the two teams who are at least closer to this, can run and try to get something out of those teams? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do me a favor, click the like button and subscribe to the Connect as we go to the last. Is it the last? Not really. Okay, as we go back to the last, which is the Liverpool performance against Leicester City. Yeah, Liverpool fans, you thought I'm done with this. I'm not really done. Now I'm gonna try to go a little bit of more in depth. I won't take time here because I've already been here for that. So it was 4-3-2-1 for Leicester, the formation, and it was 4-3-3 from Liverpool. Alisson, Virgil van Dijk, Fabinho, and who else? Yeah, they were back from those craziness. Oh, it was a crazy game, people. I don't want to lie to you. It was so heavy, so too much for my head. I could not take it. Liverpool did not play like a club that I'm used to watching. They did not play like they were a team on a mission. They did not show anything like the fighting spirit. They were trying, I don't want to lie to you. They were trying, but the shooting boots were just nowhere. Mane kicking up top, Salah for the second time, I think, missing, but for the first time losing, and scoring a penalty. Even the rebound, it came back to him, and somehow it hit the post. How does that even happen over our dead bodies? How did that even happen? Even the rebound, we could not do a rebound properly. Imagine a rebound with no keeper in the post. We cannot do it properly. The game went in. Jota's busy hitting the balls on the players. Nothing really that was good until Adela Lukman was introduced to join the conversation. Remember, we are talking about the Leicester squad with no defense, which they were using midfielders as the defense. Imagine they came in and they forced the Liverpool out and got the title race out of their hands, which is weird. So I really want to know your thoughts in the comment section. What can we say about this, and what else can you say? I've already done this now, number 3 video that I've done trying to analyze what went wrong with Liverpool. Was it that they were tired? Was it really something? Or maybe, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, people. My time is really moving so fast, but I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Okay. Mane's performance. Mane in the last 10 games, he has not scored any goal, which is a worrisome, because now the rival fans have been told by the media and they're coming to eat Liverpool fans alive. Not only that, but also it's a worrisome for us. How did they go 10 games, which are about some couple of months, without a goal, without an assist? The whole of December, where Liverpool always gets free goals, he's still not there. What is happening with Mane? That's my problem. What's really happening with Mane? Where is the focus going? Why is that there's no focus at all? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because it's really gotten ugly. But anyway, we'll see how this situation goes as we move on. As we move, people, we move. Mane needs to change, and I hope that AFCON can do that for him, or he's just going to walk in and walk out of the AFCON thing. So we move, guys, because they use something to talk about. Now I'm just talking about the results of all the other Premier League games that were played that, of course, I was not able to watch because I was focusing on these ones that I've been talking about. So if you missed out anything, Premier League results were as follows, which I think was amazing. Burnley were beaten by Manchester United by 3 goals to 1, the game that just finished recently. Chelsea drew with Brighton 1-1. What a goal by there by Welbeck. Brentford played against Manchester City, scored Kevin De Bruyne, which they now wait for us now. Scored assisted by Kevin De Bruyne, but scored by that guy. Okay, we'll see how that situation goes. So they won against Brentford, and now they are very close to the title race than ever. Crystal Palace played against Norwich. Crystal Palace won by 3 goals to 0. Southampton drew with Spurs, which in a controversial game, which all the Spurs fans are busy going yabby 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 and yada yada yada. I don't really care, people. I literally don't give a damn. Because one thing that I have to make sure that we understand. Liverpool were also robbed out of the Tottenham Stadium by VAR. So if it did not work well for Spurs, that's their business, none of mine. Watford were hammered by the West Hammers by 4 goals to 1. Leicester City beat Liverpool, thrashed Liverpool by 1 goal to 0. Those were the games that were played. Some were postponed. The ones that I did not mention, for example, Aston Villa versus Leeds, it's not there because it was postponed because of the COVID ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll wait to see how situations goes. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, people, because yeah, I always enjoy those. So this is how the games look like at this moment, which and what does it mean for the table? Now we're gonna look at it because time is already away from everyone's side, especially mine. So Man City on top with 50 points, followed by Chelsea with 42 points, Liverpool 41 points, Arsenal in the top 4 with 35 points, followed by the Hammers with who are number 5 with 31 points. Number 6 is Manchester United with 31 points. Tottenham Hotspurs, by the way, with game in end United. Tottenham Hotspurs with 2 games in end, 30 points. Also, Wolverhampton Wanderers 18 points in the 7 at 25. So Leicester City are number there with 25 points, and Brighton are in number 10 with 24 points. Crystal Palace 23 points. Number 11, Aston Villa 22 points. Southampton 21 points. Number 13. So yeah, simple to end now. Brentford follows at 14, Everton 15, 16, Leeds 17, Watford and Burnley 18, 19, Newcastle. Then lastly, Norwich nil. Number nil, or should I say number 20. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, people. How do you see this game panning out? How do you see this game panning out? Because I think it's going to be really exciting how the situations are like. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section looking at this game. So anyway, people, I've literally covered everything that I can cover. I'll be back again tomorrow or today already, where I'm going to be covering my top 10 best moments of the year. I hope you join me there because I think it's going to be interesting and I can't wait for that. And we move because everything is there. So we move, people. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back again later on today. And after that, before that, please stay safe, look after yourself, and please put on a mask. We have no choice, but that's the year we live now, and that's what is happening. Putting on a mask is the only thing that is keeping a lot of people safe. So please do that, and let's meet tomorrow as we continue with the Football Connect. Click the like button, subscribe, and guess what? We move. We move. So I need to do something here before we go. Sorry, we had some problems here. I just needed to fix something, but guess what? I told you wear a mask. And the Football Connect will be moving. I hope you enjoyed. Click the like and subscribe. We are out and we meet tomorrow. Peace. Go.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan